Before anyone arrived at the company each morning, Samuel was already there. While others saw a security guard, Samuel saw the beginning of a dream. Every morning, hundreds of employees walked through the gate. Some smiled politely, but most hurried past without noticing Samuel. To them, he was just the security guard. Every evening, after his shift ended, Samuel didn't rush home while others rested. He stayed behind to learn. He read business books, studied successful companies, and wrote down every lesson in a small notebook. One afternoon, while standing at his security post, Samuel overheard the senior executives talking. The company was losing money, and no one seemed to have a solution. Samuel listened carefully, knowing that every problem is an opportunity for someone willing to think differently. That night, Samuel couldn't stop thinking about what he had heard. Instead of complaining, he sat down with his notebook and began writing ideas that could help the company become stronger. The next morning, as employees hurried into the building, one senior executive accidentally dropped an important folder without noticing. Samuel quickly picked it up and ran to return it. It was a small act of honesty that would open an unexpected door. The executive smiled as he accepted the folder. Before walking away, he paused and asked, "How long have you worked here?" As they talked, he realized Samuel was not an ordinary security guard. There was something different about the way he thought. Before leaving, the executive noticed a small notebook sticking out of Samuel's pocket. Curious, he smiled and asked, "You're always carrying that notebook. What do you write in it?" Samuel hesitated for a moment, then answered honestly, "Ideas that I believe could help this company." The executive looked at Samuel and said, "May I see your notebook?" Samuel nodded respectfully and handed it over. As the executive turned each page, his expression changed from curiosity to complete surprise. The executive slowly closed the notebook and looked at Samuel with a smile. "I've worked here for over 20 years, he said, "and these are some of the smartest ideas I've ever read." He handed the notebook back and added, "Tomorrow morning you're coming with me to meet the CEO." The next morning, Samuel polished his boots, straightened his uniform, and took a deep breath. For years, he had protected the company's gates. Today, he was about to walk through a different door of the CEO's office. The CEO said, "Come in." Samuel stepped into the executive boardroom with quiet confidence. The conversation stopped. Every executive turned to look at him, confused. They couldn't believe the person invited to the meeting was the company's security guard. The CEO looked at Samuel and smiled. "We've been told you have an idea that could help this company," he said. "Take your time. We're listening." The room fell silent as Samuel opened his notebook. Samuel calmly shared his first idea. He explained how a few simple changes could reduce unnecessary costs, improve efficiency, and strengthen the company. As he spoke, the room grew quieter. The executives who had doubted him began listening with complete attention. One executive leaned forward and asked a difficult question. The boardroom fell silent. Instead of feeling nervous, Samuel smiled, thought carefully, and answered with confidence. His response was clear, practical, and impossible to ignore. The CEO looked around the room and asked, "What do you think?" For a few seconds, there was complete silence. Then one executive slowly stood up and began to clap. Within moments, every executive was on their feet, applauding Samuel. The security guard, who had once been overlooked, had earned the respect of the entire boardroom. The CEO walked toward Samuel with a warm smile. He shook his hand and said, "Samuel, people are promoted for hard work, but leaders are chosen for vision. Don't want you standing at the front gate anymore. I want you standing beside me as part of this company's leadership." Samuel smiled with gratitude and replied, "Thank you for believing in me, but I still have so much to learn. I want to keep growing before I carry such a great responsibility." The CEO smiled, realizing that true leaders never stop learning. 10 years passed. The company that had once been a symbol of success was now struggling with heavy financial losses. With no other choice, the CEO made the painful decision to sell the company. On the day the new owner was scheduled to arrive, employees gathered outside, wondering who was about to change their future. A sleek black luxury car slowly stopped at the company gate. Everyone held their breath. The driver's door opened and a familiar face stepped out. It was Samuel, the same security guard who had once opened this gate every morning, was now returning as the new owner of the company. The employees stood in stunned silence while the former CEO smiled with pride. Samuel looked at the gate one last time and quietly said, "Never stop learning. Your greatest investment is in yourself. Never let your current position define your future. Stay humble, keep learning, and never stop believing in your dreams. The person you become tomorrow is shaped by what you choose to do today. The gate you open today may be the company you own tomorrow."